this was a Mac Mini. So this was the Mac Mini 1,1 A1176. Came with a Intel Core Solo processor, 1.5 gigahertz. You can see I'm just swapping it out here for a Core 2 Duo, the T7400. It's almost the highest it can go. And then I'm adding 4 gigabytes of RAM, which I later find out is too much without a firmware upgrade. But I had read that 4 was the maximum. And in a second here, you can see what happens when you turn on a stock 1,1 with 4 gigs of RAM. You get this. It just clicks.
Success.
And that's what you get when you take out 2 of the gigs of RAM. 2 is the maximum for the Core Solo. Anyway, when you swap in the 2.16 Core 2 Duo and you run DOS Dude 1's firmware patcher, you can then use all 4 gigabytes of RAM and run Snow Leopard just fine. And with the firmware patch, it also makes your Mac think it's a Mac Mini 2,1, which the processor and RAM is really the only hardware revision in that generation. And that's all fine and dandy, but I really wanted to do something different with this machine. So here's a time lapse of some of the work before I hand it off to Steve Jobs.
Yeah, I've got some slides of what this looks like too. I mean, this is incredible compared to anything else out there. It looks like it's from another planet, and a good planet. A planet with better designers. We've got a wireless camera here, and I'd like to show you what this thing looks like. Come on in. You got to see this thing in person, but I'll do the best I can with video. It's called the Mac Mini. The whole thing is translucent. You can see into it. It's so cool. And this is what it looks like. It's very, very tiny. So let's take one more swing around it so you can see. This is what it looks like. And again, you've got to see one of these things in person. Great.